Hello, this is Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been teaching, guiding, writing, and lecturing since 1982. Well, let's get to the fly fishing report for September 12th to the 18th. Well, fall's in the air. It's not quite here, but it's right around the corner. And what does that mean for the fishing? Well, on the upper Owens, that means trophy trout season. Well, I think the trophy trout up there, the rainbows and cutthroats, those are primarily a hatchery run. They come in all at once. The brown trout, that's a wild producing population. They don't come in all at once. They dribble in. They start coming in late September, early October, all the way through late November, maybe even early December. You got to work hard for them. They're out there. You got to cover a lot of water. You got to spend a lot of days on the water looking for them. And what am I fishing for them? Well, I know it sounds like a broken record, but it's the same old, same old. I like the stoner nymph that I tie up, and then I also like the green gold prince nymph. And those are the two flies that I fish for the trophy trout on the upper Owens, and those are the flies that produce all the trophy trout for me. And then what else do I fish? Well, a hot spot pheasant tail or an olive quilligon. Those are the other flies that I fish, and I fish those primarily to catch the what we call the juvenile fish, those 6 to 12 inch fish. Okay, let's head over to Hot Creek. What's going on there? Well, the weed beds are just starting to break up. And as they break up, that'll allow us to throw streamers and nymphs in there again. I know Hot Creek isn't thought of as a trophy trout water, but there are some trophy trout in there. And if you're going to throw those big articulated streamers in there, you need room to throw them. And when the weed beds are gone, that's when you can throw those flies again in there, and you're going to produce some huge fish. But in the meantime, what are we fishing in there? Well, we're fishing insect imitation nymphs and dry flies. For the nymphs, we're using hot spot pheasant tails, olive quilligons, beaded flashback, pheasant tails, midges, tiger midges, zebra midges, blood midges. Those things are all working in Hot Creek. Okay, let's talk about Crawley Lake. Well, the flotilla of boats, they've moved from the mouth of McGee to the north arm of Crawley Lake, where the Owens River comes in. And what are they fishing? Well, the bulk of the boats are fishing with the Mitch patterns up there. Yeah, they're fishing the same old, same old. They're fishing blood midges, they're fishing albino midges, they're fishing tiger midges, they're fishing zebra midges, gray midges, and they're fishing them anywhere from 20 to 30 feet of water or less, because those big trophy fish, don't know why the cutthroats are in there, but the rainbows and the browns, they're starting to stage to get ready to go up the Owens River to spawn. All right, but a lot of guys aren't taking advantage of throwing streamers, pulling those flies in around the weed beds. And if you'll do that, you'll be surprised number of big fish you're going to get. And what am I using for that? Well, we're using Sacramento perch fry patterns, and in particular, olive matukas and then balanced perch patterns. Okay, let's head down the hill. Lower Owens River, still at 600. We're not quite there. Hopefully, end of the month, it'll drop under 300 and we can fish it. Let's talk about Bishop Creek Canal. It's still really hot in the middle of the day. I'm still melting at that time. But if I do fish it, I'm catching fish. So I'm fishing early and late in the day just to get out of the heat. What's really nice this time of the year, you can get out there 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, beginning of evening. If the sun's just kind of starting to go down, boy, it cools off, and it's a great time to fish out there. And what are we fishing? I'm still nymphing in there. What am I nymphing with? Well, I'm using the stoner nymph, I'm using the green gold prince nymph in a size 12, and then I'm using size 18 olive quilligons, size 18 beaded flashback pheasant tails, size 16 green gold ribbed hares there. You can try them in olive, but I usually use them in the natural color. Okay, that's pretty much it for this week's Fish Report. This is brought to you by Sarah Brodti Fly Fishing Guide Service. We can be found on Instagram, Facebook, every Tuesday, Mahogany Smoked Meats from 9 to 11, and of course on my favorite, lpptv.us.